everyone. With a lot of elections going around us these days, the United States elections and the Indian elections in North India, I have thought about sharing some words about elections and politics with you guys today. So I'm going to talk about 10 words that are related to elections, their meanings and some example sentences. So without wasting time, let's get started. The first one is a swing voter. Now this is a person who is not affiliated to a particular political party. He or she votes for the candidate that he or she finds the best. He or she may take into consideration different aspects like the performance of the candidate or which government he belongs to and how has their performance been, or some other factors which he considers important. So swing voter is also called a floating voter. He is the one who is not attached to a particular political party. Even if he is pro or towards a particular political party, but if he thinks that a candidate from some other political party is better for his region, for his area, then he is the one that doesn't stick with that political party but votes for the right candidate. Example sentence: if a candidate is uncertain of the results of an election, he has to appeal not just to his supporters but also to these swing voters. Next word is partisan, who is a strong supporter of a political party, its cause, or the person that the political party represents. So the word partisan has the word part in it, which means to be biased or to be parted towards one side. For example, most of the newspapers or news channels that we see are partisan towards a political party. They usually represent the bright side of one political party and always showcase the wrong or negative side of the opposing party. So partisan is a committed member of a political party, or it could also be an army. He or she is the one who is reluctant to compromise with the opposing party. The next word is psephology, which is the study of voting and voting patterns. It is basically forecasting or foreseeing the political elections that happen. It is a statistical study of elections and voting patterns. It is a quantitative analysis is what I can say, by extrapolating points and looking at the past trends and hence deciding what may happen in the near future. Those who study psephology are called psephologists. Psephologists can use a lot of data to analyze, and that could include the historical data, looking at the past patterns, or looking at the finance that has been used in a particular election or by a particular political party, or some other data likewise. The next word is hung parliament. Now this happens after elections when none of the parties secure majority, or the major parties or the main political parties are almost at the same number of votes, and hence it is impossible to form a government. In these cases, these political parties usually come together with the minor parties and form a government. For example, last year in the state elections of Maharashtra, 3 political parties, namely Congress, Shiv Sena and NCP, came together to form a government because of the hung parliament. Now the government that these political parties formed is called a coalition government. So our next word is coalition. This word means coming together to form a group in order to achieve a result that is common for the group. So if there is no outright political party that wins an election, then in that case, governments come together and cooperate with each other to form a government in that particular state. The term coalition is the denotion for a group of 2 or more people, political parties, states, factions, or even militaries that come together to work in partnership with each other in order to achieve a common goal. And this coalition is generally temporary. For example, when parties do not secure a majority, and it is quite rare to secure a majority, most of the times coalition governments are formed in states. Before moving on to the next word, if you are a new visitor to this channel, then I would really like you to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because there are a lot of videos that I keep posting every week. So stay tuned. Our next word is ballot. Now, ballot is a device that is used to cast votes. It could be a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, a cardboard, or something similar. In earlier days, when electronic voting machines, that is EVMs, were not there, ballots were used by everybody during the elections. Now, these days, these ballots are replaced with EVMs. However, in most of the rural areas, still EVMs are not used, but ballots are used. That is, these sheets of paper are used. Now, this sheet of paper belongs to a particular person and cannot be shared with anyone else. A person can cast his secret vote inside this sheet of paper and give it during the voting process. So, ballot is a secret vote in which people select a candidate during an election. Example sentence: election boards have to physically and manually count the ballots during an election in rural areas because EVMs aren't available. The next one is exit poll or election exit poll. Now, this is a poll that is conducted for the voters who have voted at the voting station and are coming out of the voting station, but they are asked to vote again. This is generally done by private companies that report to newspapers or news channels or broadcasters. And why is this done? This is done in order to gain early insights into how is the trend during that particular election. Because election results generally take time. Sometimes they may take hours and sometimes they may even take months. And hence people want an early indication of an election, and hence exit polls are done. In the same way, if a poll is taken before a voter goes at the voting station, then that is called an entrance poll. Another related word is pollsters. So these are the people who actually conduct these entrance polls or exit polls. They could be people or private companies, as I mentioned earlier. Next word is quite interesting, and it is gerrymander. Now, gerrymandering is the process of manipulating the boundaries, the physical boundaries of an electoral constituency in order to gain advantage in elections. For example, it is like choosing your voters rather than the voters choosing you. It is a practice intended to establish an unfair political advantage for a particular political party by messing with the borders of that particular district. So, gerrymandering is an incorrect practice of dividing a state or country into election districts in such a way that one political party gains advantage or majority in most of these districts while concentrating the voting strength into as few districts as possible for the opposition party. So guys, these are some of the words related to elections. If you like this video and if you want me to make one more video relating to vocabulary about elections, then let me know. I'll definitely make a new video for you with some new words. Also, if you've liked this video, hit like and share it with people who will find it helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bye.